Deep in the woods of Akuma, nestled in the peaceful town of Udi, there was a small village called Idemili. The people of Idemili lived in harmony. They farmed, traded, and danced under the moonlight. In this village lived a widow named Hugo, blessed with two beautiful daughters, Ijemma and Uwamma. The girls were known far and wide for their beauty, grace, and skill in dancing. Wherever drums sounded, Ijemma and Uwamma would move like the wind light, graceful and captivating. Now, it was said that on every Eek market day, mysterious drumming and flute sounds could be heard deep within the forest, from the land of the spirits. It was rumored that the spirits held a great dance there, and that the best dancer would go home with a calabash filled with gold and jewels. Many maidens had gone to witness the dance, but few ever spoke about what they saw. Still, curiosity burned like fire in Ijemma's heart. One Eek morning, as the sun rose over the hills, Hugo prepared to go to the market, but she sensed her daughter's desire to sneak into the land of spirits. So, she devised a plan to keep them home. "My daughters," she said, "I am off to the market. Before I return, I want you to complete these tasks. Pick up all the palm nuts I've spread around the compound. Fetch firewood from the bush 7 times, and draw water from the stream 7 times. Only when you are done may you go wherever you wish." Hugo knew the chores would take all day, but no sooner had she left than the village maidens arrived, excited and dressed for the spirit dance. "Ijemma, aren't you coming? We must go before sunset." Tears welled in Ijemma's eyes. "I cannot go," she said. "My mother gave me many chores, I must finish them first." The maidens exchanged glances. "Do not worry," they said. "We will help you." In the blink of an eye, they divided the tasks. 7 girls went to fetch firewood, 7 fetched water, and others gathered the palm nuts. Before long, the compound was spotless. "Now you can come," they urged. Uwamma, wise and cautious, held her sister's hand. "Ijemma, please," she whispered. "Mother warned us. Do not go." But Ijemma, swayed by her friends and the thought of gold and glory, ignored her sister's plea. Together with the other maidens, she set off into the forest. As they entered the land of spirits, the air shimmered with magic. Drums thundered, flutes sang, and spirits cloaked in mist danced in circles of firelight. Ijemma danced with all her heart, her feet moving like flowing water. The spirits watched in awe, but among them was one spirit, jealous and filled with envy. As Ijemma twirled, the spirit struck her with a glowing rod. She gasped and fell lifeless to the ground. Panic swept through the maidens. Terrified, they lifted her body and began the journey home. Along the way, one girl said, "What will we tell her mother? Let us leave her here." But Uwamma, who had followed from a distance, appeared crying. "You will not abandon my sister. You made her go, now carry her home." Shame fell upon the girls. They carried Ijemma's lifeless body back to Hugo's compound, laid her down, and fled into the night. When Hugo returned and saw her dead daughter, her wails pierced the heavens. For 2 market days she mourned, and then she made a plan. She invited all the maidens who went with Ijemma to her home. "Come," she said warmly. "You danced with my daughter. Eat and drink with me in her memory." She spread a beautiful mat in her compound and placed bowls of food and palm wine upon it. When the girls sat down, laughing and eating, the ground beneath them gave way. The mat covered a deep hole Hugo had dug. The maidens fell in with screams of shock. Hugo, standing above, lifted a pot of boiling water and poured it into the pit. "If any of you deceived my daughter and led her to her death," she cried, "this water will burn you. But if any among you is innocent, you will not be harmed." When the steam cleared, the cries had faded. The village fell silent. If you listen closely near the woods of Akuma, you can still hear the distant sound of drums. and the voice of a sorrowful mother calling her lost daughter Ijemma. And in Idemili it is said, from that day on, the people of Idemili said that on Eek market days, never follow the music of the spirits unless you are ready to pay the price. Moral of the story: obedience brings safety. Greed and